Hello, and welcome to another episode of Race to Wealth, where we focus on your financial health. I'm your host, Venessa Harrison.
And I'm your host, Delcine Thomas.
Yeah. Today, you guys, we've got a great show for you. What's our show today?
What's your net worth?
What's your net worth? Who's talking about it?
Who is talking about it?
Who's talking about it?
Come on now.
Listen.
Don't you want to know?
If you're talking about where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to be, the conversation is net worth. You know.
Yes.
And a lot of people might ask, well, first, let's, we like to start our intentions with our intention of the show and our story of the show. So our intentions today are to make sure that you are mindful and thinking about your net worth, finding out what is net worth, and some things you could do to grow your net worth.
Right,
exactly. Our story of the day comes from a man who grew up in New York. As a young boy, this man was, he and his family, they grew up. It was tough for them, really tough for them. And as he got older, he found out all of these different ways to create additional sources of income for himself, to help out his family. And he went from being very poor to having a net worth of over $1 billion. You might know him. He's married to, the queen of hip hop, Beyonce.
Hey, Jay-Z in the house.
Jay-Z. He's net worth at over $1 billion. And, if you're anything like us, we're striving to get closer and closer to it.
So much real for that. Yes, awesome power couple in our lifetime to be looking up to. And there's definitely some other people that we want to just give recognition to that are on their way as well. Tyler Perry.
Yes. Incredible story.
Oprah Winfrey, like nobody who does not know this queen.
Right.
Among many others, that have these, that had the drive, that had the dream, that had the goals to bring themselves to be able to reach a platform in their life that they could show us a way, that there's a way for us to make it as well.
Right. Right. So, when it comes to net worth, all the people that we were talking about, all of these people started not having that net worth. Exactly. So, today we want to talk about some things that we have seen and witnessed and are even experiencing right now. Yes. We are experiencing right now that will help to increase net worth over time. So, how do we want to?
Well, I can just start to say this, that I did a little research, and of course, a lot of our audience, I know you guys know tons of other people that are building their net worth and how they're doing that. But I'll just make mention of just a few people that I did a little research and found out about. So one of the items that somebody made a whole bunch of money off of, a gentleman by the name, last name is Ty Warner, T.Y. Warner. He made something called the Bean Babies. Yes.
The Beanie Babies?
The Beanie Babies.
Oh, okay.
I know there's over millions of us that know about that. Let me tell you about this guy. So he started this fad back in the 90s. He made over $700 million. In 1 year, he was selling them for $5. In 1 year, do your research. Yes.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. What? $700 million. So we're talking about net worth, but we're also talking about ideas. Things that you would never expect to just explode like that. So for us today, we want you to think about what you may have been thinking about 10, 5, 15 years ago. An idea. That's all it takes is one idea. So don't discount anything that you thought about or dreamt about or talked over with some friends, and they might thought it was crazy. And that's what has happened with quite a few of these people.
Before you go on, Beanie Babies were huge. The way that he did the distribution, he distributed it to so many people.
Wow.
Because I had Beanie Babies whenever I was younger, and then even the friends were trading them off to other people. Do you know anybody that had a Beanie Baby? Or better yet, do you know anybody who didn't have a Beanie Baby?
Exactly.
Everybody had a Beanie Baby passed through their fingers at some point in time.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's almost just like these slogans, like "Just do it."
Just do it.
It's just an idea, and who would ever think 20, 30 years ago, "Just do it" would be so big.
Right.
Who would ever thought? One of the other things I saw when I was doing a little research was the smiley yellow face. The
emojis.
The emojis.
Yeah,
Somebody
the
made.
emojis are big.
Yeah. The emojis are big, but I mean, even before then, just that smiley face, and it was round. It had a yellow around it, and just a smiley face. So even though the emojis did come up, but I think the smiley face came up first, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't write that one down.
And then there's some that are becoming even more popular, like look up, stay up, and boss up. That's getting big too. Yeah. When Nike came and they had the Just Do It, there was something controversial that happened in the news, and everybody used it for marketing too. Because everyone on their marketing page, they put themselves in black and white, and then they put the Just Do It Nike thing and a saying on there too. Remember that? Yes,
and blew up. One of the other things that went off was, let me see, his name was Alex. He was 21 years old. He was in college, and he sold 1 million of. Let me see what these were. I'm trying to understand my writing, y'all. They were pixels. He called them pixels.
Okay.
Pixels. And for $1 a piece.
A pixel is a small.
Like they look like they. Yeah, don't they? They look like the back of this wall, but they're different colors.
Yeah.
And you can just have a collage of them. Yeah, he was the one that. Yeah, he thought of those, and made $1 million by selling them for $1 a piece in advertising space. It sold out in 4 months.
A pixel is small.
I know, but and they don't even have a picture when you go to Google it. Because I'm looking at the picture while I'm looking at what they're talking about.
But they're small, so you have to put them all together.
Right, that's why I said
you have to buy a lot of them.
Right, and it was in a collage. Well, that's the way they showed it. The other person is Scott Boiler. He was the president of an All-Star Products company, and his idea was, you're not gonna believe this, y'all.
What?
It was a blanket. And he had like a group of people online when I was looking at it. It's like 4 or 5 people, and they had like a blanket wrapped around them. All of them, it was in blue, and he called it the Snuggle. I'm serious. In 2008, over 30 million were sold.
Oh my God.
30 million were sold. And up to date, he made over $500 million.
Wow.
It was on. That's what I'm saying. Over a blanket, a freaking blanket. Come on, y'all. You know we got something. It's I like okay. I was on my way here today, and I was talking to my girlfriend, and she don't take her idea, y'all. But there's a lot of ideas similar. I won't say that. You want to put it
out there?
Yeah. Oh, maybe
don't take it for real.
But this is just so funny, though. It's really funny.
What is it?
I mean, I don't think it would take away from it.
No, go ahead.
I told everybody, so that'll make her do it fast.
People say whenever you have ideas, you can share them because you can share everything about it because 90% of the people are not going to make a move to actually make it happen anyway.
I love that. So,
but I know that we have a lot of action takers, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, we do. I told her she don't. I already told her. But it's the voice. Everybody doesn't have her voice. So she calls people and sings happy birthday to them.
Happy birthday.
No, but it's not that voice, though. That's cute. That's nice. But her voice, you just automatically start busting out laughing.
Really?
Yeah. Because you don't expect somebody to call you on your birthday and start singing. I mean, people do, but she don't stop. You be laughing and you think she's going to stop, but she's not going to stop. She's not going to stop until you just be like, okay, that is really a no. And she going to sing it again. And you're like, oh my God, you're still singing. So see what the difference is? It's depending on how long you're going to go. And I told her she could name it the comedian birthday singer.
The comedic birthday
because
singer.
you're laughing. Because see, when you were singing it was cute. It was like, that's
you
so
know
nice.
what? And then when
but the way she's singing, it's like, oh my, hey girl, you're so crazy. You know how you have people out here that think that's funny in our life.
And then, whenever you hear somebody describe it and you tell me about it, and then it makes me wonder, like, I wonder what it sounds like. And then I might get it, even if it's not my birthday, to see what it sounds like, to see if I want to get it for somebody else.
Girl, there's so many ideas.
We advertising right now. She needs to go ahead and put that out.
I told her to get started.
Libra season is coming. That's me. I was born in October.
Yeah, y'all are out for it.
Put it out there.
Yeah.
I love that. Sometimes the smallest ideas that we have, sometimes people, kind of discount their own awesomeness.
Yes, exactly. I love how you say that.
Right, because there are a lot of things that if people are looking for, they're looking for just what you got.
That's what you have.
Just what
Not
you have.
Not me and her, because we're all different. So we all have greatness in us.
Right.
We just gotta think about it. Just think about it.
Yeah.
And go for it. Don't be afraid. Just step out. You gotta step out in faith. Oh, faith? What you talking about? Faith will move mountains.
That's true. That's true.
Faith was church. Go ahead. Okay.
Awesome. But some people, whenever we're talking about net worth, some people might even say, well, net worth, what is that anyway? Your net worth is how much assets you have after you take away all of your liabilities. So all of your assets, things that are making you money, income that's coming in, all of the money that comes into you, it doesn't have to be you. It could be the whole corporation, whatever the team is. It could be a team effort because, team is great. And then minus, if you take away all the liabilities that you have, if, you have the business account and it takes out this certain amount, or you're going to have to pay the mortgage, you're going to have to pay employees, you're going to have to pay all of these things. It's the assets you have coming in, but you take away the part where you're paying out. And then whatever's left over is the net worth. So just think about it like this. Whenever you get a check coming in from your work, from your side gigs, from your business, all the money that comes in, after you spend everything that you want to spend, everything that you spend everything that you need to spend, everything that you want to spend, however much is left over, that is your net worth. And then over time, your net worth should be growing and growing and growing.
Exactly.
So that's what net worth is, just to clarify. So the people, when we say their net worth is over $1 billion or 700 million. Was that 700 million or 700 billion?
That was 700 million.
Yeah, so when we say his net worth was $700 million, that means that's after his bills.
Yeah, after his bills.
If he took his girlfriend on a, hot date in Morocco in the luxurious tropics and bought her a $3 billion ring. 3 million.
3 million.
It's what's left over after that, Which brings me to a very interesting point. Is that sometimes when it comes to net worth, people may, see net worth as what they see in front of them. If they say, this person, I see them, they have the fanciest car I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. They've got a Lamborghini, they've got a Maserati. I don't really know the cars that much.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. But they have like the fanciest car ever.
Rolls Royce, I know.
Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce.
Let's go with that. Rolls Royce. They got a Rolls Royce. And then they have all these other things. They have a watch that's like $7,000.
Rolls Royce, yeah.
And you see all of those things. That's not added in with the net worth.
No.
So that is money going out. Those are liabilities. So all those things that you see, that's not added in with the net worth. The net worth is what they have after they spend all that out. After they spend all
what
that
y'all
out.
have left, what they have left over.
What they have left over. That's important to know.
It is important to know.
Because
you want to know.
Sometimes it would look like, people have a really big net worth because they spent all the money out.
Right.
But the problem is they spent all the money out. So that's just something to think about.
Definitely.
Something to think about.
Well, I can definitely have a couple more people.
Wait, what were we talking about earlier today? We were talking about net worth and the best ways to some tips to improve net worth.
Yeah. Some tips to.
So, tip number 1, don't spend all the money out.
That's a good tip.
Tip number 1, don't spend all the money out.
That's a good tip.
And then another thing is that, and I have to say this, we are not
accountants.
We're not accountants.
Right.
We are not the richest person you've ever known. Like Jay-Z, he has me beat by a little bit. Jay-Z got me beat just by,
Yeah.
But we are financial strategists.
Yes.
And we also have other businesses as well. So This is how we are giving our tips. So one thing is to not spend all the money out. Another is that when people are making purchases, it's so important to buy things that are going to increase your net worth. Mm-hmm. If you go out and you buy a watch and the intention is that each one of these watches in 2 to 3 years quadruple in value, then that is something that is increasing your net worth. Someone was asked on a video, they said, which one would you rather buy? Would you rather buy real estate or would you rather buy watches? Because this man, he was in the hip hop industry and he was known for having extravagant watches. Mm-hmm. Well, he said, that's easy. I would buy watches. And they said, what?
Wow.
What do you mean? Why would you buy a watch instead of real estate? And he broke it down. He said, listen, you understand. I got this watch, and I got it for like $3,000. It was a $3,000 watch. And he had it for over 10 years. They only made a certain amount of them.
Right.
And then by the end of it, it was worth over $100 and something thousand.
Right. That sounds like that story I was telling, just talking about the other day when a friend of mine was talking about real estate and she bought the real estate property for $150,000. But by her investing in the home, and within 3 to 4 years, it was valued at $350,000 to almost $400,000.
Yes.
Investment net worth. Yes. So she made definitely a big investment. Is definitely, you're talking about building your net worth.
Yeah.
You're building your net worth.
That was a smart decision.
It was.
She had a goal. She bought the real estate and increased her profits and her net worth.
And a lot of people are doing that as well. There may be people in our audience right now that are flipping homes.
Yeah.
Investment properties.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. So when when flipping a house, you definitely want to have a goal in mind for how much it would be worth after you flip it. When you get a house, you buy it for a certain amount.
Right.
And then after you invest in it, you invest in all the different details of the house and getting people to work it.
Right.
Then in the end, you have a goal of how much you want to spend. It's like, have you guys ever seen the show Love It or List It? Where is this show, these couple, they get together and they partner with some people.
Right.
And they say, we're going to fix up this house, and after we fix it up, it's going to have everything that you need. It's going to have the amount of bathrooms, it's going to have the closet space that you need, we're going to fix these other problems that you had in the house. Then you can decide if you want to love this house and stay in it,
Right.
or if you want to list it and you want to sell it. Well, sometimes the couples are polarized with how they think. So one of them thinks, I'm going to love this house no matter what. I'm going to love it. It was in my family for all these generations. And then another one says, I want to list the house. I want to sell it because after they fix it up, it's worth so much more.
Right.
It's worth all this extra money. But, yeah.
I have a friend that does that, flip the homes and stuff like that. So I know the TV show that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's fun though, but
It's fun.
that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's fun. It's even more fun on TV because in real life, there are some real decisions that need to be made.
And they can cost you also.
They can cost
you.
you.
So you really need to do your research. If not, the person that's helping you with your blueprint, that's definitely a big factor in getting what you want out of that house.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't change it once you knock down walls and put up new walls and put in new flooring and all of that. You can change it if you want to, but it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you.
So you've got to have a vision.
Yeah, a vision. Most
and a
definitely.
Plan. Write the plan and make it plain.
That's what the word says. Write it down and make it plain. You want 4 bathrooms, full 4 bathrooms. You want each bathroom and each bedroom. You want a fireplace, or you want 2 fireplaces. You want write each thing down because that does matter.
This little 2x4 space, that's going to be the linen closet because you're using every single inch of the place.
Exactly. All those details matter.
Those details.
So if nobody haven't told you, write it down.
What kind of window kit are you going to get? Windows come in kits? What?
Yes.
Yeah. Every little
all
detail.
of that. I know. Yeah. Blow your mind.
Blow your mind. Okay, so listen. We can't wait to come back and talk some more about net worth with you guys. For right now, we're going to take a short commercial break. And we look forward to seeing you when we return.
We're gonna be kings, T.
Boss up, Houston, you know why? Right here.
Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
To Race to Wealth. Okay, we're going to start off. We're going to get right back into it. We were talking about the net worth and investing, and how you can grow it.
Yes.
And if you already have it, how do you continually to grow it?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
net worth is one of those things that you grow over time. You know, there have been some people who have gotten a large net worth. Their net worth has grown like overnight, you know, in a very short amount of time. But for the most part, you want it to grow over time. You know, want to grow over time. Like the guy who, who's the guy who says, where the money resides, where the money resides. Where the money resides. You guys heard of him before, right?
That's a good one. Yeah.
His net worth went up overnight.
Over a slogan or slang.
A slogan, yeah. Everybody was singing that.
Yeah. And they still do.
They still do. And here's the thing. When you have, you know, you're increasing your net worth and you're really thinking consciously, like, I need to increase my net worth. You got to keep that momentum going.
Right. Keep
that momentum going, because he had that, and then he wants to stay in front of people so that, you know, they can remember him. He won't just be forgotten overnight.
So he has to do more shows with him actually going around doing a tour.
Yeah. I saw him do one show.
You did?
Yeah. He was on the stage and they...
Oh, I got another guy too.
Really?
Yeah, okay. The other guy is... if you're breathing, if you're breathing, I believe. What was that song? I'm living my best life.
Living my best life.
Yeah, that's another guy that started a big thing. And I'm gonna tell you, I know his network went off because he goes and he does tours. Once you start touring, you become big, and your you know, and your assets start building, and your network start building. Yep. Yeah. I'm living my best life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's another one.
We
are living our best life. If you're waking up every day, number one, and you're breathing, number two, that's just big right there. Then you're able to get up and get going, and you know, start planning out your day. If you didn't plan it the night before, you still have time, because today is the only day that you have right now. I don't care how much we plan and for life, and I plan because I want things to happen in my life and for the next day. But until you wake up that next day, that's when you can say, I'm living my best life. I ain't going back to what I was doing.
Living my best life.
Right. Yeah. You know, or that's what's up, you know.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Waking up every day.
That's right.
In your right mind.
That's right.
Come on now. Don't get me to preaching. In your right mind.
That's right.
Really? So your net worth, getting, you know, people just building, you know, every day, you know, we're hearing about different people and different products and different tools.
And thinking about tools, the people who were going on tours and they were going out and making sure they stay in front of people, those people, they have tools. They have, sometimes they get more liabilities because the tours cost money. They've got to pay for the bus. They've got to pay for extra people to help them get ready for all of these different things all along the way. When trying to increase your net worth, one of the things that is good to notice is how much you're spending on the tools that are going to help your net worth keep going up. You know, because marketing is one of those tools. If you are, it depends on whatever industry you're in.
Too. That's true.
Marketing is for everybody.
Everybody.
Just like credit is for everybody.
All right.
You know. Hey.
That's hot. That's hot. Ooh, that's hot right there.
Then some things depend on what industry you're in. Like if you are a fashion designer, you know, maybe as your net worth goes up, you want to spend some of your money on, you know, those bodices.
Yeah.
You know, where you can pin the clothes on there and you can sew them to make them fit a certain kind of way, or you know, or if you are a teacher, and then maybe you want to spend your money on systems that are going to save you time, so that no matter how many papers fly at your face. Papers, more papers. Technology.
Yes.
You have some systems in place
Everything
so
has
that
a
you don't get
system.
overtaken.
Well, you know, and that's good because it's just like the business that we're in. You know, there's a system.
Yeah.
There's a method to the madness. And I love it because when you introduce people to things, and that's even in the military, okay? So being in the military, there is a system. There is a process before you go in, and that process helps to manage every aspect of the growth of the military. Because it's nothing different. I mean, you know, we have all of, in the military, they have different occupations. They're the same occupations that's out here. Almost every corporation or business is an institution. A college is an institution. The military is an institution. Education is an institution. Yeah. So they all have a blueprint. So why not have a blueprint for net worth? You knowing what your net worth is. You have to lay the blueprint down, like we were talking about earlier. You know, what's your dream or what's your vision? You have to lay that blueprint out.
Right. I love that.
As you lay that blueprint out, it gives you direction. You know, it's just like if, again, owning a home or doing an investment with a property, you know, and you want to redo it, you want to refurbish it or rebuild it, as we were talking about. You should lay a blueprint out first to let the builder know exactly what you want and where you want it at.
Right.
And that those are tools.
That's why it's so powerful. I like that about the military from what I see. I haven't ever been in the military, but they lay so many systems out, it seems like, so that you know how to maneuver your way around. So you can get to the end the best way. You know, like you can get to where you're trying to go. And even the Lord our God says, there is no other God beside me. And why is that? Because he announces the end before he begins anything. So the end is already there. He knows exactly what the end is going to be, and then he starts whatever it is. So just the fact that we are all born shows that there's something very important that we're all meant to do.
Yes.
There is something very important, a very important place that you're supposed to get to. And so now you just start. You start going in that direction.
Well, you know what? I love what you're saying because you're talking about making a difference in the world, or in your job or in your home. You know, there's greatness in all of us.
Right.
And there are unfortunate situations as well because there are a lot of people that have unfortunate problems. So, but like she said, we were all born into the world and we all have the same chance or the opportunities that, you know, that can help us to build a company or to, you know, finish college or put your family through college. I mean, there are opportunities that are available for us to move forward no matter what nobody says.
No matter where you are.
No matter where you are. This is an unfortunate situation with just happened. A lot of people from Iran and Iraq, they just moved to the United States because of, you know, our government and our president having to, you know, help them because how they helped us. So they're beginning their life all over again. But they're willing to do that because they're human, number one, and then number two, they're being given the chance.
Given the chance.
When
I saw these people so like desperate to get to the United States where they could have a chance at living just a little bit of the life that they want, it was mind blowing because the planes were coming to bring people from there to the U.S. these people were so desperate for a fresh start, for a place where there wasn't the persecution and all the horrible living conditions, that they were holding on to the wings of the plane.
I know.
They were holding on to the wings of the plane. For the
know.
plane to go thousands of feet into the air, they were holding on to the wings.
And you know
people
you can't.
were hundreds of feet into the air, and they were falling off of the plane. But that's the desperation they had to come to the United States. And it makes you just think, here we are in the United States where really we have so many freedoms to do anything that we want, to be anybody that we want, and to see them want to come to the U.S. to that extent.
Makes you want to fight even harder.
Right.
Nobody said that there would not be any obstacles. There always are going to be obstacles.
Right.
But that's just a part of you getting what you want.
Right.
You have to fight. You have to go around. You have to go over. You have to go under.
Right.
That's just that is just the opportunity that you have.
Right.
Of course, you know, there are so many other things in life that can stop us, but at the same time, depending on your lifestyle and who you are and the people that you're around, I say that God says that if anything is impossible, anything is possible with God, depending on your depending on how you feel, depending on how you walking out your life.
Right.
That was just how I'm walking out my life with the Word of God, because I just feel that it empowers me. It encourages me. It pushes me because of all of the obstacles that are out there. So you have to surround yourself with people or places where you're trying to get to.
And we're not going to be able to make all of the mistakes ourselves. We have to learn from other people's stories.
I like that too.
You know, which reminds me, you know, it is so important to learn from people's stories. Delcine and I got together with a group of women, and they all have such phenomenal stories that if you heard their stories, it impacts you in a way that makes you want to maneuver your life. Like, you might change something here or there from the impact of these women's stories. Listen. We wrote a book together, and it is called Evo, Evolution of a Woman. Shamir Bacon gathered us all together and made sure that all of our stories were being told. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity. I'm so thankful for being able to get some of these stories.
Oh my God.
They are amazing. And some of them I said, there's something I'm going to do a little bit different after having read the stories of the women in this book. You guys can contact us and we'll get you a copy. I think our websites are listed below, but it's called Evo, Evolution of a Woman. Delcine and I are in there together. I'm so excited.
Yes.
And anytime that I can work with Delcine, it is such a pleasure. Anytime that I can work with Shamir and all of the women in the book.
Yes.
Our sisterhood is... You just got to get into the book.
Get the book. Get the book. It's amazing. It really is. And every person's story is different, so that we can touch different women and men as well. You know, even though it's women, but our story is relatable for families. Yeah. So there are men that I think that would enjoy the book as well. Mm-hmm. Yes, most definitely. Okay,
so we're going to have a quick commercial break so that you guys can go and look it up. Get our website so you can contact us if you would like the book. And we look forward to chatting with you as soon as we come back.
All right.
Wanna be a boss? You're watching Boss Up Houston Network. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Hello, and welcome back to Race to Wealth, where we're talking about net worth. Net worth. This is something that maybe you may be in a circle of friends who are talking about net worth, and you're in the right place because you're right here with us, and we're your friends, and we're talking about it.
Yes.
Yes, and if you're not in a circle of friends who are talking about net worth, then you definitely want to invite them into the show so that they can join the conversation. Mm-hmm. Join the conversation with you, me, Delcine, and all of our other viewers. Okay, so just a very short, recap. Mm-hmm. Net worth. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Net worth is the amount of assets that you have minus all of the liabilities that you have going out. So everything that you have, all of your assets that come in, minus all the bills and responsibilities you have to take away each and every time. What's left over is your net worth. Now, this should be something that is constantly growing. So that does let you know that your monies, you will need to set them to the side so that you will be able to increase your net worth again and again. And if you feel like your net worth is not what you want it to be, then it's time to look at some ways to bring in some additional income. I'm sure that's a place that everybody on earth has been in, because I have been like that too, thinking, I need more ways to bring in some money around here. Have you ever thought that before?
All the time. What?
Of course.
Every paycheck. Like, wait a minute, what? This is it?
Yeah. And, and then also net worth has a lot to do with the circle of people that you are around all the time, the stories that you're learning from, like we were talking about with our book. Mm-hmm. Right. And we didn't mention that it was, should we say?
What? Yeah.
Our book was a number one Amazon bestseller. So if you haven't got one yet, what are you waiting on? So we've been talking all about net worth. So if you want to add anything else, you
can. Okay. Well, I was just thinking with what she was just saying, as far as being able to reach out to us. We're also on Facebook. Mm-hmm. So Delcine Thomas. And
Venessa Harrison
on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Definitely another way to get in touch with us if you want to get the book from us individually. Yes. That's the way we definitely offer it to you, and that's the way that you can get a signed copy, because we definitely want to connect. I mean, it's good to get the book, but having it signed by the authors is even better. So that's it. Definitely a tip. That's a tip. That's a tip. Definitely. So, with that, I'll mention one more guy that I happen to research before we close it out. So this is funny to me. I don't know how people fell in love with this. I've seen them, and it's just something to do. So, do you guys remember this toy that was out, and it was called a Cush ball? The Cush ball. It's a rubber ball, colorful. Scott Stimler, something like that. Scott Stimler. He invented this. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's a rubber ball or rubber. He makes them in different kinds of shapes. Okay. You throw it, and it sticks on your wall. This man started this in 1997. He made over $100 million. He made that? His company was called Hasbro. Bought these Cush balls. Hasbro, okay. Mm-hmm. They bought these Cush balls for $100 million in 1997.
Wow. Because every kid in America wants it.
Yep, and it sticks on your wall. I'll just leave y'all with
I
that
have,
for
listen.
net worth. That is like, I mean, just some of the things out here that has made people millions and millions of dollars. To me, it's hilarious. It's not for me to get an attitude about it. It's just hilarious. I mean, how about the Slinky?
Oh, yeah.
How about the Slinky? You just put it on the steps and it walk down. You can hold it, and it's a steel piece, and you just like.
And then it was made popular again with like the movie Toy Story. There's a dog. He's like the Slinky dog.
Yeah.
There's a Slinky in the middle. He has a head and a tail. And then the teachers repopularized it again because we use that, to teach prefixes and suffixes.
See?
It just keeps coming back and coming back. What ideas do you have that you put out there and they could just keep coming back? Keep coming back.
Something that you need to consider. It could be a big fortune.
A big net worth grower.
That's what I was going to say too. Big net worth.
So it was so nice chatting with you guys today on net worth. Hopefully you've gotten some ideas when it comes to you and your life, how you can increase your net worth. If you would like to reach out to us, of course, we always love to increase our net worth with our social circle as well.
Always.
So if you'd like to reach out to us, I'm at VenessaHarrison.com and Delcine.
DelcineThomas.com.
And if you'd like to connect with the network, it is bossuphouston@gmail.com. Again, it's so nice chatting with you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
On our next episode.
Bye.